Hey everyone, it's Lisa with Swifty Travels, and I just wanted to extend a huge thank you to all of you for supporting this channel. Whether you're new to the channel or whether you've been here for the past 5 years, I can't believe I've been on YouTube now for 5 years. I really, really appreciate your support. I couldn't do it without you. It is truly an honor to be able to share this beautiful world with you. So after 5 years of being on YouTube, I finally decided it's time to start an annual tradition where I look back and reflect upon the year that we've just completed, and I let you know what kind of things I'm looking forward to doing in the upcoming year. And then I'll end the video with, I don't know, something fun like maybe some bloopers throughout the year so you can see just what it takes to put together a YouTube video for you all week after week. 2025 has been a huge transitional year. I hit a massive milestone of 10,000 subscribers. That is really mind-blowing, quite frankly. The 10,000 of you would be interested in watching my videos, but I really try to give value in the videos that I put out there for you. I started off the first few years just doing general travel vlogs, but as I've developed this channel, I've learned that I really, truly enjoy learning the history and the background of the places that I visit. It makes it more meaningful for me. And I hope that you learn something when you watch my channel, or you get some helpful information to plan your next trip. 2025 was a very transitional year for me. A lot of change happened, and some of which impacted this channel a little bit. You may or may not know that I do work full-time. I am a mom, I have a family, I also have aging parents that live in town, so I am constantly juggling a lot of responsibilities. Now, my youngest daughter did graduate high school and started college, so that was a big milestone as I enter the empty nest phase. But I also was called back to work full-time in the office. No more remote work for me. I don't talk much about my work, but what it has done is it has impacted the amount of time that I have to work on the channel. Just, commuting and getting ready for work every day, getting food ready every day, it just takes a lot of time. So it's been a bit of a challenge keeping up with the YouTube channel this year, but I tell you, I love it. This is the first passion I've had outside of motherhood since I was a child. So I'm super excited to keep up this journey, and I'm constantly looking for ways to improve. So let's look back on 2025. Now, at the beginning of the year, I was still putting out a lot of Egypt content. This was a trip that I took in 2024, and I released the content slowly but surely over a long period of time. And I know not all of you were interested in my Egyptian travels. That was a bucket list trip for me. And so beginning of the year 2025, that's the videos that were still coming out. And I worked on that through most of the winter. In March, our family had a huge bucket list trip to go to Spain. We spent 10 days in Spain, in Barcelona, Madrid, with several day trips to beautiful little towns like Toledo and Segovia. And I put together that series. In June, I made it out to the East Coast and made a travel series in mostly Boston, but we did also visit Connecticut. I got to visit the Yale campus as we were in that area for a weekend. And then I had a quiet summer as I prepared for the fall for a 3-week trip to New Zealand. Now that trip just takes so much time because it does take so long to get there. And just so you know, I'm only halfway through that series. I completed the North Island, but I have yet to show you the adventures on the South Island, and those videos will be coming soon. We most recently just got back from a trip to Phoenix, and so I've decided to go ahead and sprinkle some of those videos in before I get back to the New Zealand series. Now, I am still learning as a channel, and even though I hit a major milestone of 10,000 subscribers, I still consider myself a small channel, and I am still learning along the way on how to optimize the videos that I make. So in 2026, I'm looking to experiment with a couple of different types of videos. I've tried to do this series situation with Boston and with New Zealand. I don't think that was as successful as I was hoping for. That was a bit of an experiment to see if I could get people to come back and watch multiple videos in this series. Just letting you know, these are the kind of things that I've been working on. Now, I like to model myself after larger channels that I look up to. I'm going to namely mention Yellow Productions and Through My Lens. If you haven't seen those channels, those are what I aspire to be. And then of course, you know, Rick Steves is like the king of travel videos. I love his style as well. But what I notice is a lot of channels have made these really super long videos as they go through like an entire trip, because I think they're trying to reach out to the people who watch YouTube on TV. There's a big push to watch YouTube on TV, and a pretty large percentage of my viewers actually watch YouTube on TV. So I'm probably going to experiment with that, take some of the past trips that I've done and put together the whole thing in a longer video. We'll see if I have time to edit that, but I would like to try it. So if you see some content that you've already seen in the past in a shorter format, I'd put it together as a longer video, and then I might add some additional details that I cut out from my video, like where we ate, where we stayed, kind of taking you along for the whole trip. I'm thinking of putting that together. Now those take a lot more time to edit because they're such longer videos, but that's something I want to experiment with. Some other things that I did in 2025. I did launch my website, swiftytravels.com. You may or may not have seen it. It's not fully developed, but it's as close as it's going to be, and I continue to work on it as I have time. I'd like to add a few more travel resources on there and have some more useful information, maybe downloadable maps, maybe some travel guides. I'm kind of thinking about different ways that I can expand what I offer on my website. So if you think of anything that you would like to see from me on the website, I'd love to hear from you. All right, looking on to 2026. Believe it or not, I do not have my destinations planned out yet for 2026. I have a few ideas, but I'm juggling a lot of different things. It's not just me, so I just can't get up and go whenever I feel like it. And so those remain to be seen where I'll be going. But I do plan on spending more time locally in the Southwest because I have some things I need to deal with here at the house. I'm going to be experimenting with a couple of different styles of videos. I'm going to try the long form video where you put a whole trip in a much longer format video. I've seen a lot of larger creators try that, and I think it gets momentum, especially because there's a lot of people who watch these YouTube videos on their television. So I hope to try that. I also want to make some more talking videos where I just talk directly to you and help you plan your next adventure on some of these trips that I've taken. For example, Yellowstone, I wanted to make a video where Plan It With Me, I kind of take you through the different itinerary options and the things that I looked at when I was planning my trip to help you plan your trip. So things like that. If there's topics that you'd like to hear from me or gain some insight from me, I would love to be a resource for you. So please let me know in the comments what you're interested in seeing for 2026. All right, that's the end of my rant. Again, thank you so much for subscribing and hanging out with Swifty Travels. I'm going to show you a few bloops from the year so you can catch a little behind the scenes from Swifty Travels. Have a wonderful new year and stay safe. Go ahead. No, I'm filming myself. The lake was right there, right out your window, right by your table. You could also get beer and sodas, and I'm being attacked by mosquitoes. Now this is really the end to our evening on the second day. Ooh, there goes a mosquito on my hand. Testing, testing. Is this on? On this second set of steps, that's a tongue twister. On these last steps here by the cave, they are pretty eroded. Damn it. We've arrived at Fountain Pots. I've already forgotten the name. They're all so similar. And on Wednesdays of the Balloon Fiesta, they do offer a discounted ticket at $200. I can't do this. Pack this up, take it around, and kind of compare it. Trip, and we have a stopover in New York City. So I'm going to take you along today and see what we can see. I don't even know what to say. I want to go. Somehow I managed to find some shade after we spent a day hiking and exploring Chaco Cultural Center. Are you okay with the camera here? Wobble. I know. Today we're taking a day trip from Madrid to Toledo that can be charged. What do they call it? Now, if you haven't met my puppy, she is jealous that I'm talking to somebody that isn't her. Say hello. Say hello. Now go on.